Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here with you. Hello, hello, hello. It is so good to be here with you. What are we doing today? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I wanted to turn the camera on and bring you with me. I've been working on some things and I thought I would kind of show you what I've been doing and who has been inspiring me. We all get inspired, and I have a huge long list of YouTubers that I subscribe to. I don't always get to watch everybody, but when I can, I try to, I'll kind of catch up with many little bits here and there. Anyway, I'm sure that you understand the dilemma. It's real. So it is Monday morning here in Jonesboro, Arkansas, and it is hot and muggy. My windows are all fogged up, which that tells me there's high humidity when the windows are fogged up and I can't see out in the summertime. So yeah. Okay, so what have I been working on? I'm glad you asked. So I was completely and totally inspired by Wendy of I think it's Wendy's Creations, or I'll put her link below. She had some small journals that she had made up, and even some Christmas ones that she put in her shop. And of course, they go very fast. But she showed those, and I was just like, oh, those are so darn cute. And I've done small journals before. But it just, it was just like, oh, I need to do a small journal. And so from that, I pulled from Roxy Creations from Rachel, I've been loving working on her digitals. And I have also been inspired by Barbara of 49 Dragonflies with her digitals. And I will put both links below in the description box. There's a lot of information in the description box below the videos that you watch. And so if you'll go there, there are links to some amazing places and people and all of that kind of good stuff. So I would encourage you to take a peek-see there. And I was also inspired by Gail Agostinelli. Love her dearly. I love all these wonderful women. She did a collage, but she used the painter's, the paper, the really thin paper. And I've used it before, but I haven't used it to collage with. And so that was like, I've got to do this. So there are a lot of things going on. So let me just go ahead and let's change the view and let's just show you some of the fun things that I've been working on, and then maybe we can do a little bit together. So this is Tennessee's Iliad. This is a, I don't know, I'm trying to remember on many of these things, and I should write it down so I have like a master list when I use book pages from certain works so that I remember the year. This was in the 1800s, but I don't remember, let's see, exactly what year. Anyway, so I have been working on this amazing little journal, and and I thought we could do some things together in here. I have strengthened the spine. The spine was actually coming off, and you can see I have glued this is like a linen fabric that I glued down, and then I put a layer of oh gosh, what's that paper that doesn't rip? You know, the one that the postal, that we get mail and you don't throw them away because it's, anyway, maybe it'll come to me. But then I put that on the spine, just on the spine, and then I put another piece of fabric and glued that on top. So this spine is very sturdy. And then what I did was I took from my scrapbooking papers, I found a scrapbooking paper that I thought would go very nicely with this journal and covered it. I know some people do theirs where the paper is behind and then they glue this on top. But in real book binding that I'm not, good at all, that's not what one does. In real book binding, I've read, and I don't follow all their rules, but occasionally I do. And I don't even remember what they call these papers. I don't know if they're end papers or I got to read the book again. But they put this over the spine, over the cloth. And so I wanted to, just give that a try. And I like it. And I will do this again with some. So, and I didn't video this, and I'm sorry. I just, sometimes I'm just feeling, what's the word? Frumpy, and I don't know if I do a video, and maybe you can tell me this. There are times that I would turn the camera on more often than I do if I didn't look physically like I'd been through a train wreck. In other words, sometimes I just don't look very good. And I'm just vain enough that I don't want you to see me in my most ugly natural state, and so because I have had a lot of comments saying you love being able to see me, and so I try to do that at the beginning of the video and at the end of the video. But there are times when I just don't want anybody, even my husband, necessarily to see me. And so you let me know. Is it okay sometimes to do a video where I just show you what I'm working on, and you'd be okay with that? Because I would more likely turn the camera on more often than I do, if that were the case. But I know there's a connection, and when you see my face, and for me too, when I'm looking at my face, it's not, it's like I'm looking at you, and I'm enjoying, that connection, and anyway, I digress. Okay, so we're kind of into fallish now, but I don't want to go like full blown, so I wanted to just kind of give a nod. And I have, like I said, I've been so inspired with Rachel's work, and she does amazing journals and ephemera and whatnot with the antique book pages, and I have been into that for some time now, and I'm finding that just delightful. So I took a whole bunch of I just went digging for books and ephemera, book pages, mostly book pages, and things that I could put in a journal, in a smaller journal. So this is one that I have and it's ready to continue decorating. And when it gets, when we feel like that this is decorated enough, then I will probably put this in my shop. Not because I don't love it and I wouldn't love to keep it, but I have a lot. I got a lot of stuff. So anyway, there's that I was working on. And I was like, well, if you're doing one, you might as well be doing 2 or 3, right? Of course. So I found similar books. This one I have done nothing with. This is a standard encyclopedia, and this is in better shape than the first one that I showed you. And I love the color red, and so that might have to be a Christmas one. I haven't even pulled out my Christmas stuff, though. I'd have to, the dilemma, right? So I have pulled together some papers and whatnot, some deliciousness that we can work on. So that's another something. Let's see, let's set that aside. And I truly did have one more. Oh, yeah. Okay, can't forget this one. This was the first one. Duh. Okay, Rhonda. Okay. This was the first one. These are the other 2. And why did I finish this one first? Because it had a little different size than these 2. And so I needed to adjust my papers a little bit differently. And so, I don't know, just finished it first. Well, it's not done, but. Okay, this is one of my antique books, and the spine is completely gone. But this is going to be fabulous. So we are going to make this a 3 signature, and I am using Rachel's digitals along with some of my own ephemera, old book pages, old receipts, just a myriad of different things. And you can see I have already, and these are the fall colors, but this too, this is Rachel's, and I have stitched around, I've strengthened pages, I've added tissue paper, washi tape, different things to strengthen, so that they would make a nice journal. So anyway, there's that. And, okay, so, I'm loving these. I'm loving them, my darlings. And then I did a video on these. I think this was the first one that I did. Now, my original idea was these would also be fallish. You can see the colors, and that they would go in these small journals that I'm making, but some of these are too big. And so, I absolutely love them, but I can't use them for the small journals. And so, and this is a little bit, I used a different book page with this one, but it's still a little bit too big. So I have to go smaller on that. And then I created, and this is something I was going to do with you guys too. This is done, and maybe this is what we'll work on, because these are super fun. These are little pockets, that you slip in your pages, and then you've got double pockets. Super fun, and they're both made from old antique book pages. So there's that. And then the last thing that I was working on that I have to show you, this was the collage that I did, and this one was from a combination of Rachel and Barbara's papers. And I mean, they go beautifully together, and my dears. So, you know, so this was kind of what it was. And whoops, okay, let's just get that in. So this is what I did, and I used Gail's new method with the let me grab it for you, the painter's paper, very thin. Yeah. And what I did, which is different than what Gail did, is I also have a whole roll of brown paper that's of the same thinness. Now this isn't painter's tape. It was, well, I don't know what it was. It was a big, huge, big roll. But I took this and cut off, and that's what, you know, if you do this, that's what's on all of these. So this was super easy to do because I just covered it with one piece of paper, and then I went ahead and cut my shapes and stitched around. So, okay. So these can be further embellished. And let's see, what should we work on? What shall we work on? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger. Like, who wants to catch a tiger? Seriously. Some of these old sayings that we grew up with are really dumb, aren't they? Okay. Either or, neither, neither. Let's do this one. Okay. And you can let me know, tell me what you're working on. Let me know how things are going for you. I am just going to grab, I have to go into my closet to get my book, my amazing antique book that's in the 1700s, but I don't remember. Oh, I love this so much. I love this so much. Oh. No, 1839. 1839. I kept this. Oh my goodness. Good for me. Okay. So let's just pull out one of these, and we will do a pocket. Now you don't have to have antique books, guys, to do these. And in fact, some of the antique books you wouldn't want to use because the pages are just not sturdy anymore. But as you can see, this is pretty sturdy. I would say this has a good amount of rag element in it, but it's not like heavy rag, but you can feel I don't know, it's just kind of a feel. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm taking and I am folding each side into the middle, trying to do the best I can to get that into the middle there. And this is so easy, you guys. I mean, hello. So you have other book pages, and that's totally fine too. but they do need to, you'll have to hook them in the center. Either strengthen them with regular paper or with washi tape or something that way. Okay, so you can, if you want, you can glue both of these sides down. If you do that, you are going to deal with a little bit of, you can't completely use the, oh, what do I want to say? Your pocket is just a teeny bit narrower, which is completely fine. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to put just a thin little bead, and sorry about my shaky hands, but that was one of the side effects of the chemo, is, you know, neuropathy issues. And this Wednesday, I am meeting up with, oops, no. I am finally able to get in to have that issue looked at, have my hands looked at by the specialist, and we'll see. We will see what we will see. Okay. So you are going to the strength of your pocket is going to be important here. So you're going to want to put something down, and I think I'm going to go ahead and use this tissue paper. You can use book page edges. You can use washi tape. You can use faux washi. I wouldn't put anything that's super thick. I would try to stay a little bit thin, because that's going to, you build layers, and the thicker that you get, the more difficult it can be to put it in, you know, with your journal and whatnot. Okay, and let's just, there's a couple of little spots here that I'm just gonna tack down. So what have you guys been up to? I am just, things are just, I don't know, I'm just in a kind of a waiting thing. I have not had one radiation treatment yet. We sent a note to the doctor, because they've been waiting for the insurance approval. So we're hoping that that goes through pretty quickly. But it's been 2 weeks, and I've been marked up, my skin and everything, but they're going to have to remark some of it, because some of it has come off, you know. I mean, you do have to shower and that kind of thing. Stay clean. Okay, so this book page, you guys, is going to give me several pockets. So it just depends upon the size of pocket that you want. And I think we will just tear, or you can cut it, you can tear it, whatever works. And so then you've got more, and I could do, you know, I could do 3 more pockets here if I wanted. I could do, you know, so there's a lot that you can do. I'm just going to set that aside, though, so we can work on this. See how cool? And now we will go one step further. I'm going to do this at the very beginning. I know sometimes this is good to do it towards the end, so you can put whatever. Oh, yeah, maybe we should wait. Maybe we should wait. Let's go ahead and let's decorate. All right, let me get a glue page. Lots of glue pages. Okay. So I am just going to pull out some of these leftover scraps. I can decorate this with book pages. I can decorate it with digitals. I can decorate it however I want. One of the things that I am going to do, I think, is, well, let's just do this, you know. Let's go ahead and let's take, we'll just measure it like this. We'll just measure it like that. And then let's take some more off. And then I'm just going to pull that off. And that's maybe still just a little bit too much. I don't need that much. So I'm going to go ahead, pull that off, and that could be good for, you know, stuff. That can be really good for stuff, you guys. It's so pitiful. We're so pitiful, you guys. We save everything. We just save everything. We're hoarders. We are hoarders. Say it out loud. You'll feel better about yourself. Acknowledge we are craft supply hoarders. We are junk journal hoarders. We are... Oh, golly. We like our stuff. We like variety. Okay. So you can see what I've done here is I have just now I've created the pocket. Okay. And because I glued that down, it's already glued kind of in the center there. So we've got double little pockets. So there's 4 places to decorate here. So let me just pull some of this stuff over here so you can, I don't want to be like laborious about anything. I just want to do it, you know? Just want to glue something. Just want to grab it. Grab and glue. Or slap and grab, or grab and slap, or I don't know, something. And I like the aging on there, so I'm going to leave that. I'm going to tear this so it's a little softer in that area. Just going to glue down. So then this is just collaging, you know, just little bits here and there you can leave. I mean, I love seeing the book page itself, but I also like to have, you know, the little something extra. And we'll just wrap this one around. Why not? So, school is in full swing here. Our granddaughter had a first marching band concert Friday. I couldn't go because of the heat. I have a tendency to heat stroke or sunstroke or whatever it is. So I'm looking forward to when the temperatures cool down just a little bit. I love to see her. And she's actually in the pit because she plays piano. And, well, that's not all she plays. She's learning the saxophone in jazz band, and she is also plays the flute. She plays the flute, guys. She plays the flute. Oh my goodness. She plays it so beautifully. Oh. And this is her last year in high school, so she's doing it all. You know how they do, last chance before they head off for college and stuff, to get into some of these things. Okay, so I also want to, let me just grab some of my little scrapadoos. And some of these are, you know, there's nothing that you can do that's going to be wrong. Let's just put it that way. Everything is artistic to your aesthetic, your taste, your, you know, what makes you happy. That is super important. I think so often we try to either do what everybody else is doing or what we think other people are going to like, instead of just, you know, doing what we like. And sometimes it's the same, you know, oftentimes it is the same thing, but not always. So I am just, let's get some softer edges going here. Now, as a hoarder, I want you to see, my dear friends, I am throwing these away. Boom. Success. I will take it wherever it is. I will take the success. All right. Okay. Have I got enough stuff on here? I don't know. Let's throw in a little, I don't know. We're just doing. There's no wrong, because, you know, right is relative. Right is what you like. And wrong is just, you know, well, I don't believe in wrong. No, I do. That is not true. I do believe, in the larger sense, I do believe there's right and wrong. And that we need to be good people, try to be good people. I do believe that for society as a whole. But I think far too often we define it perhaps our right and wrongs are rather narrow. I don't know. I'm getting out of my element here, so I'm just going to shut up. Just going to stop, I'm telling you. Just going to stop. Okay, now is the time when we will bring out my cut digitals birds and flowers. Birds and flowers. I mean, how can a person go wrong? Birds, flowers, and butterflies. I mean, you know, life is good. Let's see. Yes, 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 that works. And sometimes it's like, well, I don't need to audition 40 birds. I like that, and that looks good. And what about another thing I want to give myself permission for is using all kinds of goodies, and you know, wherever I might find them. I'm giving myself permission to use stuff. Just to use stuff. Ooh, that's pretty, but it's too short. So we will put that back. This is pretty. Oh, la 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 la. Let's see. I like that. But do I like that as well as, now see, there I go. There I go. I'm looking and I'm, you know, discovering, and I'm like, trying to figure out. Okay. All right. And this looks like this was from a magazine that this was cut. It's got kind of a slicky, slicky. And gotta hurry up. This video's going long. So I am drawing two little antennae. You can't see it really well on here, but it does show up in real life. It does show up. Okay, let me make sure that is stuck down nicely. And then let's add, I mean, let's face it, how many of us, raise your hand if you use Tracy labels. I saw a whole bunch of hands go up in the room, and that's good, because we love it. I kind of love that, but that shouldn't go there. Technically, that shouldn't be there. You know what? I don't care. That throws the balance off just a teeny bit. So that means that we just have to counter it down here. But that's too big. Let's try. Okay. Whoa! As you can see, come on, get off that glue page. Some days. Okay. I'm loving that. Okay. Now, speaking of balance, I don't know. Maybe that one doesn't need. Maybe this one doesn't need. Maybe, well, let's just give it the old college try. Okay. I like that. Just two more. We're working. We're doing it. We're doing it, guys. Gotta kind of hustle here. So I have different sizes of these amazing plants, and I just am not sure what is. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh. Okay. Oh, isn't that pretty? Now, keeping in mind, there'll be another book page here, so you're not going to see this butterfly. So I don't want to, you know, be matchy. I like that. I'm going to go with that. So let's just do it. Okay. Okay. When I work slower, I'm less klutzy. However, I give myself permission to be as klutzy as I need to be on any given day. On any given day. Let's see, I like that. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's gonna be fabulous. Okay, now we should probably go for another little bird. Little birdie. Where have all the birdies gone? Right here, the little birdies are right here. Do we want a wise old owl? We could. How about this little guy? I like him. You know, this is missing something. This is missing a little something before I go ahead and do that. So, let's go ahead and add a little something. And then we'll have better luck, I think, finding our proper bird. We'll have better luck finding our proper birdie. Birdie, birdie, birdie. Okay. Now if we do this, see, it just looks better. It just looks better. Better. And you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I like them both. But I'm just going to, this covers this side a little bit more. Whoops. Let's make sure we get that stuck down nicely. And we are making a mess. My friends, we are seriously making a mess. Now, let me put my ephemera book aside. And we need a something. So, let's find us something. Ooh, I like that. Blue. Blue. All right. I'm sorry that this has taken so long, but it does take a little bit when you're, when you're working on this kind of a something, because you've got 4 pages basically that you're decorating. I just want to make sure. All right. Get those tucked away nicely. Let's get that out of the way. Let's get this out of the way. Let's clean up our area for just a second, and then we can show you how it will look in a book. Now, I can't do that one because I already have bound that in. And this may be too wide, I don't know, for this little, but we'll give it a try in this signature. So you can see how fun. Oh, and the pockets. Now it's time for the pockets. And with this particular one, I am going ahead and I am doing all of the little finger. I'm doing those at the same time. Okay? So here we go. Isn't that great? And then we can go ahead and put in a tag, whatever you want, and that is gonna be it, my dears, for this video. How fun. You can put double tags in, one on this side, one on this side, so you've got slots there. Anyway, so that, and hopefully I can get this back together. Ooh, sometimes I am a little bit scattered. Let's just, okay, so I hope that you enjoyed that. I love you guys, and have a wonderful day, and we will see you again soon. Bye now.